And so we're still here at Mr. James' house. We'll be checking out the damage that happened on the extra damage that's been caused on both of his bedrooms. You can see in here that since the roof hasn't been properly taken care of course that branch punctured all the decking and the shingles. And this is the aftermath of all that and not being taken care of immediately. You can see all that, the top ceiling is also caving in, and as well as the tile ceiling, which both are discontinued. We had written up an estimate on getting that taken care of already. You see the same thing here in this bedroom. We have some areas on this end caving in. The tiles over here, well, they're not necessarily caving in, but they have really bad water stains from the same branch, as well being a discontinued tile ceiling as well. That's why I had included an estimate on getting it all removed. Hey guys, we're currently in claim number 0741825554. Again, that's claim number 0741827554. We're in the left slope for Mr. James' roof, where we had previously I had already done a repair test. As you can see here on the left slope, it did not pass the repair test back in February. You can clearly see where we replaced the last shingle and all the creases that were created and replacing that one shingle. Now we're also going to be attempting to do the repair here again on the left slope where there was another wind crease shingle. And I'd also like to mention that not only does Mr. James had some good wind and hail damages throughout his property, he also had a branch that had fallen from that tree, and you can see that where that gray tarp is at, where it had actually punctured a lot of the slat decking. So there's about 2 or 3 pieces that are completely torn apart, broken due to the branch. So of course, moving those planks, we're going to be needing to move a lot more shingles than were originally quoted in order to even get to the plank. So now let's go ahead and try to replace the shingle. And we're going to be attempting to replace the shingle with, of course, an insurance approved tool. You can see here's the snake bar. You can see the wind crease shingle. We're going to be attempting to replace the shingle with this one without affecting any of the shingles around the perimeter, of course. So go ahead and dig into the shingle. So we do need to remove all the nails to make sure. We need to remove all the nails to avoid any nail pops, and to be able to make sure to tuck in this new shingle in properly. Of course, we need to remove every single nail. Again, we do need to make sure all the nails are removed. To be able to tuck in the new shingle. We're being as careful as possible, of course, while doing all this. Trying to avoid bringing up the shingles as much as possible. movements we're making, of course, is the necessary movements. Again, to avoid any nail pops and make sure we have a perfectly tucked in shingle. Still have some nails right here. And if we don't remove these nails, there's not going to be any way we can properly tuck in the new shingle. Looks like we have successfully removed all the nails, potentially. So we can tuck in the new shingle. We're of course going to be using 1-inch nails as well. Again, to avoid bringing up the shingle so much. Now just pay attention to all the granules that come loose with every time we swing the hammer. We're still putting in the last nails here, of course. I believe that's the nose we had previously removed here. So okay guys, we went ahead and replaced the other damaged shingle. As you can see here, we couldn't do it without affecting any of the other shingles around the perimeter. You can see these new creases that were created when replacing that one shingle. There's quite a bit of other blown off shingles in the roof, also some other creases, and of course the big branch that that had punctured that side of the roof. That's why I have been deeming Mr. James' roof unrepairable.